Alright, this was where I was at earlier, just a little bit further south. It's actually making me take this road to cut through Denali, and you can see there's like a little slide where kids can just go and slide down the snow in the middle of July. It's actually warmer now. It's 47 and it's drizzling, whereas earlier the gusting 35 and 44 degrees. It was pretty cold. So same location a couple hours later, and it's a little bit warmer. Crazy. Wow. I'm gonna just go on a limb and say that's Summit Lake. Still frozen. Look at that. That's all ice from there back. You can see the wind blowing up against it where it's not frozen. That's just beautiful. Snow melts right into it. Man, look at it. You see a little creek running right into it. Gorgeous. Woo! In July in Alaska, you can find snow and an ice cold lake called Summit Lake with ice still in the middle of the lake. Look at that. That's wild. Middle of July. That's only 3,800 feet. Hatcher's Pass, Summit Lake. Check it out, Alaska. I had to stop and see if I can get close to this, because I may only be by this place once in my life. This looks so cool. Do it again.
What is that? What's that sound? What is that?
Can you pick them up?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Oh.
Like a Lego?
Yeah. Oh, it does. Look at that.
Well, listen when the waves.
Oh, that's no moving. The wind.
That's a really song. Do a good one. It's a whole lake like that.
Yeah, but look, it is not pulsing like.
Such a nice
Lance, he's gonna be wet.
This is just past Summit Lake, coming down the pass on the other side. Look at that. You can just see a giant glacial valley right through there where it just sloped down. Oof. It's gorgeous. I'm really grateful to the Lord. I got an all-wheel drive vehicle that has off-road capability. This is technically a road, so I'm not off-road, but it's just nice to know steep inclines like this, you can handle it. Look at this switchback on the map. Man. The snowbank is just parallel to the road. Cool. First time I've seen the sun in Alaska. 48 degrees. We're on the downward leeward side of the pass, so we're not getting that huge wind in our face. It's all up there. Look at this view, and then look at this hairpin turn. Getting totally blind. Hope no one's coming up the other way. I don't see anybody. That's a good sign. Another one down here at the bottom of this hill. Man, look at that. This blew my expectation away. I saw some pictures, be alright. I had no idea the steepness of the terrain, the lushness of the greens, still having snow on the ground, and that awesome frozen Summit Lake. Just a great start to the trip. Thank you, Lord. Road sign that, yeah, it's got bullet holes. Target practice. So there's signs all up and down this highway saying they know everyone has guns here, so it just says no discharging firearms within a quarter mile of the road, because they don't want that nonsense happening. But it's nice about living in a free state. You know, everyone's armed because he's their Second Amendment. Thank you, Lord. Political perspective, this is kind of neat. You can see how the washout happens here, and as we keep going down this road, the topsoil just erodes away, just plops off, tumbles down, slides down. See the rocks underneath, right there and there. That's kind of neat. And this whole hillside coming down, it's got lots of erosion. Heavy rains, heavy snow will do it. Okay, now that's just ridiculous. That view is just silly. Hatcher's Pass up there. And look at the whole range. The sun came out. Just about a half mile down the road. It looks like we're going back up in elevation, but look at all that water coming down from there and just cutting these channels into the side of the hill. Wow. Beautiful. Just about another mile down the road. See that beautiful creek running through the valley there? Man, the terrain is just, you know, if this is the highlight of my trip, I'm okay with it. I didn't expect anything this great. So anything else I see here over the next week is just gravy. This is beyond my expectations. Just magnificent. That's cool. On the other side of that bluff looks like they've got some kind of mining operation going on up there. See the tailing piles? That's what those. Let me back up a little bit. That and that. And zoom out. So that. Those are all tailing piles that they dump out from the mine. That's stuff they don't want. So whatever they're mining, they've hit some different levels. You can see. It's kind of neat to see an active mine. They're just probably going straight into the side of that mountain. That's so cool. Wish I could go in there. This is time to geology out, nerd. Look at that glacial valley just coming right through this whole valley, all the way through where that mine's at, and then just melts down into there. Wow, that's just telltale sign of a glacial valley. It's steep walls, and just a nice gentle valley at the bottom. It's gorgeous. Oh, just talked to a guy, flagged him down. He came out of that mine and watched his truck come down that road there, and I flagged him down. I said, "Hey man, what are you guys drilling or mining for up there?" And he said they're actually, he doesn't know. He's part of the drill team. They're still drilling into the side of that mountain, so he has no idea. But they're all that's just excess tailings that they want out of the way, so they can get into whatever they think is in that hill. So that's pretty cool. He didn't know, and it's a brand new mine. That's what we need in America to get. Wow. To get, our rare earth minerals and stuff, we gotta start drilling, mining. This is probably not, but it certainly looks like an extinct volcano where the cinder cone has collapsed on itself. It may not be, but man, it sure does look like one. Pretty cool compared to that hill there. For all those wondering why I haven't talked about the rocks, I've been looking at every rock on the way down. It's mostly just granite, and as close to a mountain, that's what you expect. But I really like metamorphic rocks that have been transformed by heat and pressure and volcanic activity. Some of the stuff I like a little better. This is just plain granite, basalt, so nothing too exciting. But I am looking at them all. I just haven't showed you any because there's nothing view-worthy in my eyes. Yeah, we're gonna find it though. That's why we're here. We are about a mile and a half past that mine, but look at that valley coming through another glacial valley. Wait, you just see it coming right down through here and that up. If those are chipmunks or squirrels, I don't know what they are. Somebody can comment in the video, but I think they're getting spooked. Too fast on me. Definitely male and female. can't see that switchback we just did, but man, it changed the view dramatically. Look at that. This is one of the most scenic rides I've ever been on. I'm really enjoying it. So what you think of Alaska? Wildflowers, and a little meadow, a little pond. We're at the low end of the valley. Just follow this creek and it kind of ends in this little marsh here. That creek bypassed that little marsh, went around, looped around it. It's following this road, so we're pretty local. Kudos to this guy, jackpot, for a killer camping spot. Right there on the river. It's nice. So a little update, when I want a rock hound, I want a gravel bed like that. I want one I can get to. So that's really hard to access. It's right in the middle of the river. There's no way to get to it. You saw a couple spots I've highlighted where some guys were camping in a perfect spot for rock hounds. It's a good way to find some stuff. Access to the river and see what's washed up. Building 1. There's Denali South. Hard to see it. It's only about 30% of the days they said you can see it at all. This is the rest stop, Denali North. That is not Denali. It's about 40 miles from here, so it's behind that range. And they say there's only about 30% of the days in the summer where you can actually see it. So you only have about a 30% chance because it's days like this, severe weather. But it's worth a shot to see if you can see the majestic Mount McKinley / Denali